Welcome to the second battle between Czeremis playing as the Medewi and then Jokunn playing as the Cimbri. Now, it's very important for Jokunn to win this battle because otherwise he's eliminated from the tournament. Um Cimbri has the ability to guerrilla deploy, so that's why Czeremis is being a little bit holding back in just in case. Because is not exactly famous for their archers, it's their axes that are like the trait of the Germanic tribes. Now, the Medewi army has these Ethiopian medium axemen, and they're good. They're good shock, and then he has 300 of those phalanx Medewi troops, and then he has some of the Ethiopian two-handers. So he has two-handers here, and they also have an elephant, so pretty high kill ratio with some spears for cavalry support. He also has some of the Merotic archers, so he has some fire support in, if in, to protect his axemen, and a Merotic royal cavalry, and okay, some yeah, 2 units there of royal cavalry, 8 speed, which is really good. Let's see, we don't see much of yeah, this is the entire Cimbri. No, there's more available. So Jokunn has a lot of these spears. They have these spearmen here. They have a disciplined formation, but other than that, they're 15 armor, pretty high defense, and then he has axemen, and then he has 3 of these champions of Tun 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 Tunaros. Uh, so yeah, pretty tight formation there for Jokunn, with his general being an X-Men unit also. He could have had 5 units of these champions if he wanted to. Jokunn still has the infantry advantage. Cavalry, we see a little bit of cavalry. Okay, some Cimbri slingers along with wolf warriors. Okay, so he has some some stock ability with these spearmen, with making them very hard to spot. So a little bit ambushy, and then a slinger there for supports like surprise. So a good ambush stock troops right there. Good combination of spear and missile. Um, we have some Cimbri horsemen right here of the lighter version. But again, with 23,000 funds, you can't have the best of the best in everything. You have to compromise. The axemen are the killers. The spearmen are the holders. So right now, like, it's pretty spread out formation for Czeremis, and Jokunn responds now in kind. Jokunn wants the precursors to go into the spearmen. The spearmen are more for holding, and then the axemen can then go in for the kill afterwards. If he can hurl his javelins and then we have like not damaged him up, then that's a more favorable situation for him. The archers are started to open fire here. It's time to be decisive. The moment of action has arrived, sir. Um, I think they are being grouped. Now the fight begins. These heavy axemen, they hurl axes, not yeah. So the wolf warriors are already here to the side with their stock ability. Had it been a little bit more to the flank. Oh, but the slingers here are unprotected. Jokunn notices it, but I think it's too late. But again, Czeremis could have charged. He would have managed to charge this unit first, because he could simply fire at the slinger first. He could have charged in here. Well, no, not now. But yeah, pretty bad here to get damaged up with these javelins here. Oh, and then also these axes also go into these light cavalry units. But it works well for Czeremis right now. But these axemen are arriving. A very high concentration of killers right here, and also cavalry unit. Ooh, and they also get flanking opportunity along against these axemen right here.
Find your targets.
Yeah, he's shooting the cavalry, which is good. He could have actually probably pulled back these axemen through his pikemen unit, then had the pikemen stay and fight, and then move out the axemen. These Merotic pikemen are still in phalanx formation, so they're moving slower than what they could have gone faster. Jokunn is wary of the elephants here, so that's why he's also holding back. Yeah, Czeremis did pull back his axeman unit here. He did manage to get some throws here against the wolf warriors, and yeah, the Ethiopian axemen are arriving here. These light cavalry must run, but they actually got caught by the Cimbris, so that's really bad. Now these spears arrive also, but still it's 2 spearmen against 1 axeman unit, so it frees up more Ethiopian troops. You can go here and have a good flanking opportunity against both units here. These men are just standing there and block. He could have, Czeremis could have flanked right here. But Jokunn is in a defensive formation, so it's more of a holding force. But this is enough to get a flanking penalty up against these heavy axemen. Jokunn spotted it and retreats. There's a little bit of cluster. The elephants are pretty bad morale.
Quickly now! Riders advance! Quick march! Forward!
Czeremis is firing at the enemy cavalry, but he should have. Okay, it's not really enough missile to really hurt the elephants, but still. It would have helped. The pikemen are being moved. He wants to use them to sort of block off this sector. This so the Ethiopians are winning decisively. Here's more of a cluster. The Ethiopians have been sent in.
Advance at speed!
The Cimbri slingers are breaking. That frees up some more units, and Czeremis is now going in for a flank rear attack here. He uses the intimidate here. The Merotic champions of Kugras are actually shaken by that. He could have used a war cry also, perhaps, and he could have broken them. The elephants are now on their way here, so good. So now it's pretty much an all or nothing. The Merotic cavalry goes into the slingers, and then he pins down the spear unit with his own spear unit here. Very good. these medium infantry are charging, but again, Jokunn gets a flanking movement here with his units, but he's breaking, the spearmen are breaking. Here, the slingers route, and also these wolf warriors also route for Jokunn, so well done to Czeremis there. He has now freed up this flank with some infantry he can use to flank around. Here, Czeremis can actually just charge and retreat and charge again, as there's no cavalry here to counter his cavalry. The cavalry units Jokunn has is over here, and but Jokunn is losing his infantry right now. But the elephants needs to keep moving. Oh, and they're taking some damage, these elephants. Well done to Czeremis for spotting this flanking attack, and he charges in here. Now is a good opportunity to get a flank. Maybe he can use a scare ability. Yeah, use some spears here just to get rid of them. And they are still, when they rout, they will demoralize other units. But he needs to pull out this cavalry unit right now because of the spearmen are now tied against enemy cavalry. Here I would have probably charged the spear unit as it's more shaken. But I can understand, like these are the killers. But enemy cavalry is now present also. He lost some cavalry units to these spearmen.
As you command.
These elephants need to be moving and turn against these units here. It's just a single unit over here. You can damage 3 units here, and the Cimbri general is here also, so that would have been really good for Czeremis. He needs to keep moving. The elephants are going back to sort of. He needs to protect his archers, his general there. Good choice. And then the spearmen are also arriving here, or pikemen are arriving. These elephants should have been sent against this cluster here. The pikemen are holding against these units, but they're being slightly flanked. These archers, are they out of ammunition? Yes. They're just trying to flank again, counter flank the enemy. The Cimbri slingers are now gone. Maybe pop a war cry. Excellent. That was a good move. Retreat the cavalry before you get routed. Wavering. The elephants. Come on. He made that intimidate so that the spearmen cannot form a disciplined defensive formation. These cavalry though got caught by the Cimbri spearmen, and the Cimbris over here are winning against these Ethiopians. Where is the Ethiopian? Okay, we have one unit here, another unit here, so that's good. They're getting flanked attacked. Yeah. Here we got some neurotic archers. Charging in the axemen against the spearmen. Pretty good. The Ethiopians are returning to fight over here. Here I probably would have charged this unit here. Again, he needs to pin them down and then get a flanking opportunity. He can flank with this unit right here. He shouldn't have charged with the archers, so he should have retreated those guys.
Gun them down! Advance at speed!
It's very important for Jokunn to win this battle, otherwise he's out of the tournament. He needs to retreat his general. Pikemen are holding, but Jokunn is now starting to use his superior speed to get out of there. because these pikemen only have 2 speed, and so he doesn't really need to fight it. But the units of Medewi are now breaking, and that is due to the fear fact. No, there's no fear factor here. They must have taken so many casualties now that they are breaking. The Queenas are also breaking. Yeah, these troops don't really have much in terms of morale. But the good that these men are breaking, and now that makes this unit break also. But army losses are starting to kick in. Yes, 1 pikeman unit here. The general is still in the fight, and he can shatter some of these axeman units.
Forward!
Yeah, here comes the champions of Tundras making a fear factor effect. If he can maybe protect the elephants, but these pikemen makes it so that Czeremis cannot really retreat from a fight. So he must stay there, and he gets flanked because there's no protection here. Now Czeremis only have archers left, so most many units shattered right now, and that's really bad. And now it's pretty much over. Unless you can just harass the axemen. Ooh, the elephants returned. Which are these? The Ethiopian axemen here. It charges the spear units. The elephant should have gone. He shouldn't have charged in. He should have retreated these axemen, gone after the. But I understand he needs to pin down the spear unit in order to get the elephants in.
Riders have the double!
Yeah. Now he's too close. He's really have no choice but to charge in. It's very tired though.
Quick march!
Oops. So he loses the battle. It was an interesting fight. I think that maybe something else than these pikemen would have helped. Maybe a little bit more cavalry or heavier axemen units would have been. But again, everybody has their own choice. Like if I were the Cimbri, I would probably I wouldn't have had this wolf warriors. I would be happy with these Tungis. Maybe 3 of them, free up some money more for some extra axemen. As the Germanics, you are pretty much supposed to be axe armor piercing, which is also what the Medewi are. Ironically, they also fight similarly, but it was a close game, and yeah, it's was a close game. So good match from both players.